Hello, Army of Light Earth Division. Shauna L. Francis here. Today is January 27th, 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. This is episode 9 here of Channeling Queen Elizabeth. 9 episodes in. Who knows how many of these we'll do. We are just getting started here. I'm glad that you're all here on this journey with me. Some of you have been with me since the beginning. I love you all so much. Thanks again for all your support, for being here for me, for cheering me on, for cheering each other on, for believing in me, and all your recommendations and guidance and stories, heartfelt stories. I do want to do a quick shout out to Irene Klomp. I met Irene through the Steve Nobel's Soul Matrix social platform. So Steve Nobel is an amazing light worker pioneer in our field here, and he's got his own social media platform, the Soul Matrix. So I met her through that. Irene passed away 2 days ago, bless her heart, and she had reached out to me just like a week before she left, saying that she so enjoyed these videos and the community here that we've built together, and that she cannot wait to continue her work with us from the other side of the veil. And her daughter Joelle reached out to me on the I guess this was just yesterday, letting me know that she was gone, and sent me some of the information that was presented at her funeral. So I just want to say hello to Irene on the other side, and that we all love you, and wishing you absolute peace and joy wherever you're at. All right, team. Queen Elizabeth today. I've got a cat meowing. The cat wants in. I think I'm going to just leave him out for now. This is the neighbor's cat, Leo. He's actually quite a cool cat, actually. He's a cool cat. All right. I had a lot going on this afternoon. Somebody was checking in. They actually never showed up. They still haven't showed up yet, and it's really late. So I was a little bit distracted getting started, but I thought we'll just do this. I just had said to Queen Elizabeth, I'm not sure I can guarantee 2 hours of uninterrupted time, but we'll do our best. Actually, she came in as a reptilian self from the very beginning, and we just kind of, before the recording and before the channeling, we just kind of hung out together with her in that form. And again, I'm just taking it in, and I think it's part of the acclimation process or something, and that's why she kind of comes in that form, like I mentioned yesterday. But then by the time we got started, she was looking back as her normal Queen Elizabeth self that we're used to seeing. I said, sorry for the delay. I'm ready whenever you are. And she said, thank you, dear Shauna. Always so much going on. Things you are juggling, people you're taking care of. You're doing a wonderful job, Shauna, with balancing everything on your plate. I said, well, thank you for that. I don't always feel like I'm doing a good job. It feels like I'm doing a pretty shoddy job at it, but thank you. She says, well, I would disagree. You're doing a good job, and it's important that you take the time to enjoy your life, enjoy the small things, the short moments, friends and family, good food, all the pleasures of the senses. That was nice. She said here, this balance, Shauna, is very important to your mission. So is making time for those things. Just consider it as a necessary part of your existence. This way you don't have to feel remorse or feel guilt for doing these things. Know that these are good and helpful and necessary. I said, thank you. I appreciate that. Should we go get the cat? Let's do it. All right. All right. Kitty, kitty. This is Leo. Here's Leo. I really don't have anything for him, and I'm not supposed to feed him because it's the neighbor's cat. She gets upset about that. Sorry, I hope that didn't give everybody vertigo. All right, Leo, we're making a video, Leo, so be quiet. Don't be distracting me. Okay. I said, thank you, I appreciate that. And she said, certainly, Shauna. She said, we are partners here. I support you with everything that your heart may desire. We are together as a team, supporting each other, lifting each other, helping bring much needed clarity to the chaos and the confusion. Leo, good kitty. That's good kitty. I said, I appreciate that very much. I said, I would have never have guessed this for myself, but we are going to go for it. And she said, yes, Shauna, that's right. Thank you for your enthusiasm and your willingness. I said, you're welcome. Thank you for your patience with me. And then she got into it here. Shauna, the turn of the 20th century began an incredible leap in mechanical and technical evolution for humanity as a species. Now, of course, there were still many cultures and peoples of the planet who were not part of this evolution, but by and large, the most wealthy and influential societies and cultures did partake in this. She said here, the 100 years between 1900 and 2000 were extremely significant in terms of leaps of evolution, not only with the mechanical and the technical, but also emotionally and spiritually. And while still today many religious institutions continue unchanged throughout many centuries, you can see large strides have been made in terms of understanding, or at least trying to understand and comprehend, spirituality, God, connections to source, connections to self, as well as a more broad understanding and appreciation for many different belief systems when it comes to this subject. She said here, the raising of consciousness that has helped contribute to this expanded awareness, comprehension of our relationships to source, can be attributed to the electromagnetic and energetic changes being made on the planet, also increased efforts by energies, beings, collectives, the spirit realm, spirit guides, the angelic realm. All these quote-unquote off-planet intentions add support for those on the planet who are ready for such leaps in consciousness and awareness. All right, so think about Cryon. What has Cryon been doing? Electromagnetic balancing on the planet. And if you read his first, second, and third books through Lee Carroll, Cryon talks at length about how the... Hi, Leo. What's up? What's up, kitty? Here, show your face. There we go. Hi. Hi. This kitty. You gonna come say hi? All right. Yeah, we're a good kitty cat. All right, we're making a video. Gotta get serious here. No, that was a bad idea to move that. Okay. All right. Okay, kitty. Okay, kitty. He's moving my laptop as I'm trying to read. The negative reptilians, she said, who work hard to maintain control and power over humanity, have not been happy about these changes. The raising of consciousness, the raising of awareness. Of course, this threatens the basic tenets of their platform, which is control through fear and coercion, through an exploitation of ignorance. Any kind of light, information, awareness threatens their ability to maintain an ironclad grip on humanity's experience. Yeah, I think, team, we're just really gearing up to, I think, have some just big revelations that are just gonna, I feel like it's just gonna, it's just so big that it's going to be incomprehensible for a while until we get used to these ideas, at least for me. And there was a bit of a pause there, and then she continued, the masters of puppeteers were having an easier time at it when the most When most religious doctrine embraced the idea that God should be feared, God is separate, God is judging you, and you must obey or suffer eternal damnation in hell. So you'll see that in this last century, they have upped their game in terms of the intensity of rolling out fear tactics, fear programs, with an increased capacity for generating that fear and all the related emotions for fear, all related emotions to fear. So that could be anything, just feeling like a victim, feeling anger, feeling lack, feeling like just anxious, worrying, guilty, remorseful, so everything on that low vibrational spectrum. She said here, you can begin to see more clearly two divergent paths that humanity is now taking. This has been spoken of before. There is still plenty of time, she said, and plenty of room for those on the planet to choose an awakened path of light and love. As this process progresses, however, it will become more difficult to leap from one ideology to another because the chasm will be so great. All right, team. And who was that? Was that Melchizedek who talked about the two paths kind of just going like this, further and further apart as we go? So right now we're still close enough together that we can go back and forth, but it's going to get to a point here where you're going to be where you're going to be, and things will progress from there. Throughout the rest of your lifetime, Shauna, she said, you'll continue to help guide those who are awakening, those who are still trying to choose and decide on deeper levels, to help guide them on this path of light. She said here, many will choose to stay in the frequency of fear because, frankly, it's all that has been known for so many. That fear has a level of comfort that's appealing to many people. It's what is known, and ironically, safety is also a motivating factor for people to stay on that path. The path, Shauna, that you represent and that we represent as partners is one that is unknown. It's a path that will bring so much up to the surface that will be difficult, nearly impossible for many on the planet to believe or want to believe. Of course, there is no judgment for those who choose to stay on the more known path while we blaze a trail into the unknown. She said here, the emancipation of negative reptilian energy on the planet. So those are the words that Archangel Metatron said to me 4.5 years ago. Shauna, you're going to help emancipate negative reptilian energy from the planet. I'm like, okay, here we go. And she says here, Shauna, I know that you really haven't understood, at least on a deep level, what this means. You may have a general grasp on it conceptually, but this has been a major thrust into the unknown for you and has required a great leap of faith and trust. Soon you will know what this means in an experiential way. You will feel it. You will recognize it. And it may take the entire rest of your lifetime to become acclimated to it. Oh my goodness. And there was a pause here. So she kind of gives me these things and gives me a pause to absorb it and to kind of gather myself for the next chunk of information. And she continued here, Shauna, we will speak at length about how and why the negative reptilians have cast such a wide shadow over planet Earth. We will get into the specifics of their tactics, and in so doing, we emancipate the negative reptilian energy through the exposure of this information to the light. We emancipate the negative reptilian energy through the exposure of this information to the light. This process will also generate a lot of anger. That anger will also be emancipated through this awakening process we embark on together, and there will be more information and more energy to help support that process. All right, so the anger that's going to come with the information. So I hadn't really thought about that. We're going to be angry about this. And that's probably going to be really natural part of the emancipation. We have a lot of work to do, Shauna. The work will be emotionally and physically draining. And so the balance that we spoke about at the beginning will be more and more important. Make sure that you're getting plenty of rest and that you're reducing as much stress as possible outside of this process. Continue to trust in yourself. Continue to call upon your team whenever help is needed. All right, and I said, thank you for that. I said, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? And it was kind of like I felt like an energetic type embrace happened at that point, like a little bit of coming together of our hearts. This cat. And she said, that shall be all for today. All right. So that's everything. Everything for now. I'm doing good, much, much better, feeling grounded, getting things done around here, feeling like I can relax a little bit more. I only have a handful of days left, and then I'm back in the States. About a week left here. All right, team, so that'll do it. Thanks for watching, guys. I shall see you all tomorrow. Leo and I say goodbye for now. Mwah.